everyone, we are back in the Outer Worlds 2 and we are probably going to finish it, maybe not today, but in the next few days, right? I have no way of knowing how much content there still is, but the game has a point of no return that once you enter it, right, you cannot go anywhere else in the game, right? So that's how that works. So I try to get as much content from the game before we go to that point of no return, and my experience is that the point of no return is like maybe 2 to 4 hours of content, and then the game ends, right? And typically, like in the last Outer Worlds, you entered a prison complex, right? And there was no getting out of the prison complex, right? The game just ended in the prison complex. If you restarted a save or something, you just had to finish the prison complex, and there was no game after the prison complex, right? So this game is likely to have a definitive ending as well. That said, I do provide fresh content on YouTube every day. So if you guys want to get notified when there is something new to watch, please subscribe and hit that bell icon. The bell icon is what gives you those notifications 100%. The subscription does not. However, by subscribing, you're still supporting me. That said, we also have a Discord. That's our primary method of communication. And we have a merch store as well. Both the Discord invite and the merch link can be found on my website, the video description, and the YouTube channel. Now let's get into the game and see what we can do. By the way, you guys see this here? I learned from you that you loot everything that wasn't welded in place. You are correct, sir. You are correct, sir. I loot everything that isn't welded in place. If it is screwed, bolted, glued, I will pry it off. So the game is always a little bit loud. It will make it less loud. I think it's mellowing down. This guy has a hitbox.
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk to this lady here. Where's the light coming from? Not from this side, right? No, the light is definitely coming from this side, so let's try this.
Ah, Inez, have you come back for a tune-up? I've got just the injection for that. Freezes those pesky muscles right back into place.
No, Yeah, a tune-up sounds good. I got a device that might help stabilize what I got going on up on the shoulder. Ought to let me use my graft all the more often. Think you can install it?
Oh, well, this device is unusual and rather ingenious, if I may say so. Hold still here. This should take but a moment.
Upgrade.
There. I dare say you won't be needing any tune-ups in the near future. But I do trust you'll find an excuse to come by for the occasional visit. Where did you find such a device, anyhow? What is it, dear? You look, well, a bit like you've been stung by a terror ray. I've got ointment for that too, you know.
Number 2.
Whatever do you mean? The program was shut down more than 6 months ago. Any further funding would be in direct violation of Auntie's orders.
It was off the books, Doc. We found a grafting lab way out on Cloister, still operational. Oh, I ain't seen horrors like that in my life. They were brutalizing folk and creatures, paying them no mind, giving them no honor even if they succumbed to the process. The doctor there, he killed a friend of mine. And you're telling me you knew nothing of it?
Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... Oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precisely like what I would protest with every breath.
Let them talk.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the staff. But you know what's worse? Keeping a dead soldier's body on display. Like a thing. I found the doctor in charge, still alive, cowering. I killed him, and let his sick aims die along with him. There's no good that can come of his work. Nothing.
But this ain't the extent of it, I fear. I need to find out who's responsible for all.
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But with the program officially shuttered, it would be awfully difficult to ascertain which individual has the pockets to fund such a... Wait. Yes, that does shed light on correspondence I received recently. A vice president sent a message asking for my presence and scientific expertise to discuss a unique opportunity. I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your discovery. His name is Willard Conan, VP of Experimental Operations. The very man who was in charge of the grafting program at its inception. He's... Oh, I know that look. If you mean to do something, I beg you.
Doc, with all due respect, what I do with him when I get there is my own damn business.
Ready to? Number 1.
I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the Undisputed Claim, the flagship of Auntie's Choice. I do not know where exactly, as I've never been, but it's my understanding that you need to present this calling card to gain entry. Inez, all I ask is that you remain safe. A terrible wrong has been done, but do not throw your life away to right it. You might seek justice via other means.
I can't promise anything, Doc, but I'll try. Thank you for everything.
Good animation. Good animation. Yeah, anything else to do? Probably not. Let's check this. We still have a couple of things to work on before we go to point of no return. Let's fast travel. Yeah, I have to use mouse. Where is that? Beep beep.
Commander, I've been thinking. Can I bend your ear a moment?
Here, come to the light.
We got the intel we need, Commander. The Undisputed Claims our destination. When we find Willard and stop this law-damned program in its tracks, Auntie's Choice will get what's coming to them. Been doing some thinking about ending the grafting program for good. It's gotta happen. I just didn't think it would start this way. With me turning murderer. Auntie had me good and fooled. She ain't any better than Spacer's Choice. Making any of them see reason is an impossibility. Our overlords had a saying in Tau Ceti. If you got a rabid canid, you put it down before it maddens the whole pack. They used to say it about us workers, like we were the problem. It was terrifying. But now, I reckon I see some sense in that saying. Retribution never came for the folk at the top back then, but it certainly can now.
Number 3.
Good thing I've already gotten started then. I wonder if this is what Ortiz had in mind when he sent me that message. He trusted my judgment, knew I always aimed to do right by him and folk everywhere. But he also knew both of us had been lied to when we joined up. The notion that our taking extraordinary risks would pay dividends. Do you think he knew this would be the final straw?
Number 2.
Yeah? I'm gonna cling to that notion for a while.
Thanks for
If you
joining.
don't mind. Maybe this is what folk mean by the architects setting things in motion. If I hadn't broken my contract, I wouldn't be here. Maybe proving myself was never the intention. Maybe this is what I was meant to do. Suppose we're fixing to find out.
Yeah, the thing growing out of her shoulder, though. Yeesh. Why is this not highlighted? There you go. It's going to be very loud. There's a lot of advertising. I like the technical whirring sound. Pretty smooth. I don't know where it is, but I would assume we have to go to here. That's one of those flying drones, right? Yeah, it has the flying parts.
Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station, head office tower.
And consume with Auntie's choice.
There's more food.
As your peerless
Let's drop a good save.
known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and fun.
Number 3.
Is a worthy substitute, certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down rip-off pitch ball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the T-zones then? Oh, and sports...
I'm stopping you.
He got me. I will try again, but shit.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Auntie's Choice.
Unavoidable embedded chemicals.
An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's Choice. Item, business is good. We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified. But we can always do
This
better.
well-timed
I'll
windfall
give it to
should
you
keep my
straight
research
in my
processing
quarterly
uninterrupted
underperformance
for many
review.
months to come.
First up,
If I wish to
excessive
expand
corporate
operations,
malfeasance.
it
The
cannot be
only
stifled
division
by
that earns
corporate
us
oversight.
less when they work
It quite
more.
literally pays
Ease
to
off
be
the
one's
throttle,
own
gang.
financial broker.
Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit. Down 14% in net growth. You're supposed to squeeze gains from every contract. In the red, learn to negotiate. Biological exploitation output is down 18%. I'm not paying professional hunters to run a petting zoo. Acquire and exploit the local fauna like it's your life's work. I get it. Between the rifts, aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freelancers, there's a lot of uncertainty out there right now.
Venus nowhere to be found?
Uncertainty. Can't say I care for it either. But I'll have no truck with the ambition deficient. Respected subordinates, spare me no gumption, and I promise we will all thrive. There are so many reasons to shop for Auntie's Choice products. We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most extravagant to the most big-minded of customers. We have food and drink for every taste and meal you can imagine, plus a few more that you can't imagine, but that we can sell you recipes for.
I don't know where Ines is.
Also, the only retailers for
You cannot be here. My contract stipulates that this lab door remains locked at all times. I am not to be disturbed. That's funny, considering the heaps of times I've been called such.
Choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy.
Is that so strange? The program I was hired for is highly confidential. I don't see why the vice president wouldn't take such measures. Why, I cannot even speak to him directly. Though I presume he also possesses an aversion to the smell of formaldehyde. He goes pale and ducks into his office the moment he sees me.
Well, that ain't right. Neither his managerial manner nor your working conditions. But once we get this program shuttered, you'll be free of this for good.
Oh, no. No, I don't want change. I love my work. I love this place. The smell of copper, the texture of viscera. There's nothing like it.
Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that moon man...
So am I. My gut's roiling something fierce.
Why this art's beauty is lost on so many folk I'll never understand. Anyhow, I have much work to do. Please ensure the door is locked when you leave.
this message.
Well, Ines is here now. She got teleported.
Money your toil is netting us. It's time for profit forecast time, starting with product development, the borscht loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter over quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to experimental operations, where top lab coats are doing pioneering, confidential work in, well, whatever they're working on. Don't worry about it. All I know
Specimens.
is their department alone is responsible for a 28% increase in our entire operational budget for the next fiscal semi-decade. Credit where it's due. To me,
In case you don't have pickpocket,
I've fostered
you can do this
a
thing.
healthy cutthroat rivalry between our top divisions. Jealousy,
Let's overwrite this manual save.
feelings really stirring.
It's high time one of you scientist types responded to my calling cards. The position's been open for more than 2 days, and already productivity is tanked by 149.4%. You want the role, it's yours, but I'm not budging on those hourly rates.
Let me guess. You're backfilling Rasmussen's position? Or all the scientists who work with him on Cloister lying cold on the lab floor?
Both, obviously. Unless you mean to tell me a graft like yours can install itself. Now, do you want the job or not? We're burning starlight.
I will hand it over to her. Number 3.
I do. Been waiting on this moment.
Good.
This grafting program is a law-damned abomination. I went to your lab on Cloister, saw for myself what kind of depravity your folk got up to there. It's sick. My friend was butchered by Rasmussen. And he wasn't the only one. In fact, this program's been a sham from the start. I got tossed aside. And for what? A mistake? Ain't nothing good that's come of this. It's time to call it quits.
What a preposterous notion. Shall we stop producing inhalers because of side effects? Or shut down all food factories because one severed appendage finds its way into packaging? No, certainly not. I am not to blame for whatever inconvenience you experienced as a first edition patient. To quit now would be to toss aside all our progress.
Number 1. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it.
You little sneak. I'm in the process of securing more funding, thank you very much. And I will not allow a light money pouch to thwart my efforts.
Don't matter to me what your plans are, or what you think you might accomplish. You've hurt too many good folk, and I've had enough.
I fear you've gotten too negative an impression of this work. Hear me out, will you? Allow me to assuage those fears. My mind is not entirely consumed by capital, I assure you. It's also consumed with professional pride and self-preservation. We cannot speak of sensitive business details here. There's no telling which opportunistic colleague or overpaid contractor could be listening in. They would ruin me. Ruin me! Meet me in back deck steerage. Take this pass for the tram. And for law's sake, make sure no hanger-on follows you. Especially that assistant of mine next door. Chin up, dear. I believe I'll change your mind yet.
We'll see. Seen this song and dance from all manner of suits before.
It's a
Reckon
trap.
he'll try to reel us into a ridiculous scheme, or bribe us with
It's a
bits
trap.
or booze or what have you. But
It's a trap.
this'll make it easier for us to intimidate the bastard into stepping down.
It's a trap.
I relish the notion.
Spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The big rift cut off toss volumes from the home, but our Arcadia-grown league is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the it's watered-down rip-off. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited in...
I have 2 of those.
And Thursday zones? We took what
Interesting, you
nature
can't even see the
heedlessly
seams of the
assembled
door.
and
Does this
thusly
panel move
rebetted
through?
through
I would assume
artificial
only
means.
the
At Auntie's choice,
metallic
we
version part
strive
moves.
to be 110%
Seems to be like
wholly
beneath
plus
the-
artificial.
I mean, I know it's a computer game,
Artificiality
I'm
is
not
our
dumb.
guiding
I would assume that
principle.
this entire
Enjoy
thing moves
an
up to here.
artificially
Let's
enhanced
go and take a
existence
look-see.
through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Auntie's choice.
Unavoidable embedded chemicals.
Attention any and all no-getters on my payroll. It's time to
guy sleeps here?
Mister, any bits to spare?
Why, looky here. It's our contractor to be. I see you got her message. Glad you followed up. Now, the question is, are you just here to work in Angle, or were you moved by our plight?
Number one.
When the brass sets an impossible deadline, who do you think everybody on the floor gets mad at? When trials run late because some lab tech melted, who catches upstairs ire? See, us in middle management, we get none of the credit, all of the blame. Catch hell coming and going, with nary a promotion or raise in sight. Well, we've had it. We pulled our funds to hire a maverick outsider like yourself, to collect useful information on 3 local persons of interest, to help us climb the ladder. First person is Melquiades Alcantara, proprietor of the Bottom Runger. Came up with this new drink, the Raptidon Bite. Everyone's dying to try it. We want the secret recipe. The second is an unnamed individual. Shows up at the Esplanade every day, with a mop and an armed escort. What's his story? What does he know?
And why is he always waving at everybody? And smiling, too.
Head back here when you're done with them two.
Number 4.
Wonderful! Wonderful. Let me just say that we're all so looking forward to working with you. We can't wait to benefit from the fruit of your efforts. See, everybody? Things are looking up already. Upper middle management, here we come.
So this guy probably may not see this guy, but this guy will see this guy, and it will see this guy as well. And this person is being watched by this guy, so screwed. Alright, let's go murdering.
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
What is this guy looking at? Some reactor maybe. Drone. Drone.
Ah, you came. Foolish, aren't you? Thinking I'd reveal my secrets to the likes of you. Ah, contractors, now's your chance. First one to kill these imbeciles gets a one-time immune assault discount.
Mobilizing. Enemy in vicinity.
Transmitter down over here. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
This weapon just refills itself.
Time. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
one shot. Oh, my baby wasn't full. How did that happen? Flak jacket. Bit cartridge. Short rounds. Foil. Let's check down here first.
Yeah.
Alright, let's check the guy out on there, and there should be one more over here. Bit cartridge.
I knew you'd come through, my good Biff. That discount will be applied to your next purchase at the commissary, but cannot be combined with other... Ah! You're still alive!
Ain't gonna be that easy to get rid of us, you idiot. This how you treat all folk who approach you in good faith?
No folk have ever made it this far. How did you get past all my contractors? They were heavily trained and heavily expensive.
Number one, I guess.
This again? What is it with you? No! I've no incentive to shut down my life's work, especially at the demand of common thugs.
You ever seen a grafted claw strip flesh from the bones of a stubborn old man?
No.
Well, on the count of 3, you will. 1.
All right, fine. Consider this my resignation. Here, take everything I have. Any bits left in my office are yours. Just, please, don't follow me.
Good riddance. But this ain't over yet. The other executives will be notified the moment Willard flees the undisputed claim. And within hours, dozens of rung climbers will be at the tower jockeying for his position. It's all but certain that they'll claim his work for their own, and make his bastardization of a grafting program all the worse if they so choose. Ain't about to let that happen.
Number one.
Ain't suggesting. I'm telling you that we can't stand by and do nothing. It's obvious he was up to his neck in some scheme. If we dig it up and get the word out, his legacy'll be in shreds. Maybe folk will be less inclined to follow in his footsteps. Should all but guarantee that Willard can't come crawling out from whatever rock he's keen to hide under, in any case. All right. We ought to start by searching his office. Any evidence we can find regarding money or business dealings could be of value. Once we got what we need, we can head to the recording studio to get the word out. The promise of a scandal should be enough to get in the door.
Advanced decryption key, big cartridge, large plasma charge, plasma grenade. Nothing loose. Not even this does anything.
Imagine the ad windfall.
Hold on, where do we need to
The
go?
assets.
Shit, I can't tell. Probably this big fat thing here.
Full Tramicular. Arriving any moment now.
The story of Anti-Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Anti-Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down? No!
Unrelated bric-a-brac. We got your unrelated bric-a-brac right here.
Darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacer's Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Anti-Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacer's Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Anti's choice! Darlings! We won! Hostile takeover this! Right back at you!
I'm Anti-Cleo, and I endorse this message. Attention, valued employees. Anti here to brighten your workday with a report
Chewing these
on
chunks and
just how much
injecting
money
is
your
for
toil
idiots.
is
Come ingest your nourishment the debonair way.
for
By
profit
drinking it.
time. Starting with product development, the borscht loaf and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter over quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to experimental operations, where top lab coats are doing pioneering, confidential work
I'm a
in...
master.
Well, whatever they're working on, don't worry about
Takes
it.
all
I
sorts.
know is their department alone is responsible for a 28% increase in our entire operational budget for the next fiscal
Oh, look at that.
semi-decade. Credit where it... To me, as your chief executive, I've fostered a healthy, cutthroat rivalry between our top divisions. Really stirring the pot. Unorthodox.
Yes, I understand I may look in charge, but I'm just minding the desk for our esteemed director, the real talent, as they say.
I need to get a message on the broadcast, urgently. Can you help with that?
Not unless you need any clever pointers on enunciation. Our director, however, is in one of the recording booths. Through the door to your left. You'll want to speak with him.
Want to control their subjects' thoughts, to safeguard them from harm, to hide them away from danger. I'm Anti-Cleo, and the universe is filled with things that want to kill you.
Welcome to Wireless Free Arcadia Studios. Thessaly Falk, Director of Talent Placation and General Runnings. Here to contract a recording or in the market for autographs?
Holt sent me to speak with you. I got a message I'd like to send out over the wireless. Trust me, this is one all the folk in Auntie's Choice won't want to miss.
Is that so? Well, the more riveting the content, the larger our commissions. However, as you're without an appointment and I'm quite busy, I'm afraid I've only time to record one take. Do make it count. Shall we begin?
Glad we're in agreement. I'm here to expose the truth about a prominent vice president. His business dealings are not what they seem.
That's quite the bold claim. Now remember to speak into the mic, dear. Enunciate clearly, but with feeling. Inhabit the words. Be the message. Joining us today in the studio is a very special guest and rare specimen indeed. A grafted soldier. And one who alleges that one of Auntie's own vice presidents is not who he seems. Take it away.
Inez Silong speaking. I got intel on an illegal program led by Vice President of Experimental Operations, Willard Coney. Folk aplenty suffered because of it.
Some say there cannot be success without suffering. It's more or less standard operating procedure, isn't it? Unless you're leaving out any gory details.
Business is good. We have positive inflow. Our portfolio is diversified. But we can always do
Number one.
Some within our organization might call that frugal, thrifty even. That is, why waste a perfectly good resource when no one else has use for it?
These are human beings I'm speaking of, not barrels of void damn uranium. They were good folk who didn't know what they were signing up for. They deserved better. But if that ain't incriminating enough for you, Willard had himself some money problems, which ain't too distant from a grave sin far as Auntie's concerned.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Tell me, did he squander all his bits on drink? Bet it all on a tarmac and cheese rebranding? Or worse? Thoroughly recount every lurid detail?
Number one.
I imagine it was so he could keep his illegal program running, but ain't clear on where the money came from, which I reckon was by design.
Well, that tells us nothing. Under-the-table deals are commonplace and encouraged within Auntie's choice. You're very new to this kind of business, aren't you? Your disclosure wasn't as iniquitous or revelatory as you implied. The only thing shocking was your abundant naivete.
Commander, I don't think we did enough. I know we ain't gonna know for sure until the broadcast airs, but we ought to go.
Oh, Inez, almost forgot. We have a bit of a goodie bag for special guests who visit the studio. You qualify. Do collect it from the front desk on your way out.
You can imagine, plus a few more that you
I didn't
can't
find
imagine,
the evidence
but then
against
we can
Willard,
sell
so
you
maybe I want
recipes
to
for.
reload. Hold on. I thought I searched this office before, but maybe they put some evidence in the meantime. Find the evidence against Willard. Yeah, we need some more evidence.
Laugh, purchase, and consume
With Auntie's choice.
I need to find the office building. Where is that? Shit, where I am?
As you
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
I might appear above the occasional frivolity, but no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file. The big rift cut off toss volumes from the home. Arcadia Throne League is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protector, its watered-down pitchfall, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary
This is bit producing this.
Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the T-zones then? Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated? That will put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport without
Now we got it.
sounds like red ink to Auntie.
You had to do it in order. Really?
I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical
Observation 7, and we can get this.
week's contest between the Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum brand bandits. I hit our least bankable toss ball team against the Protector's entire roster of pitchball
Alright, let's go.
any day of
They didn't even make it out of the elevator.
Teams 32 bats benched. They'd forfeit by middle time. Embarrassment of body goals. Imagine the ad windfall. Our athletic assets would achieve full profit potential as human billboards. Of course, I also enjoy the simple
Samples for mountain horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
No autographs, I'm afraid. Not outside of
just
special
like you.
appearances.
Until next time, look.
Welcome to what
Holt sent me.
is that? However, as you're without an appointment,
Glad I'm here to expose the.
that's quite the bull. Joining us and one.
Inez Seelong speaking. I got intel on an illegal program led by Vice President of Experimental Operations, Willard Conan. Folk aplenty suffered because of it.
Some say there cannot be success without suffering. It's more or less standard operating procedure, isn't it? Unless you're leaving out any gory details.
I have nothing to say. I will say one.
Some within a...
These are human beings, but if that ain't incriminating enough for you, Willard had himself some money problems, which ain't too distant from a grave sin far as Auntie's concerned.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Tell me, did he squander all his bits on drink? Bet it all on a tarmac and cheese rebranding? Or worse? Thoroughly recount every lurid detail?
Exactly. He violated a direct order. If I pulled that out on the field, I would have been dragged in for a performance review. That should be enough to condemn him.
Most supervisors call that taking initiative, a routine expected practice. Hardly the example of base moral turpitude our audience is expecting. You're very new to this kind of business, aren't you? Your disclosure wasn't as iniquitous or revelatory as you implied.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what I do.
The only thing shocking was your abundant naivete.
Commander, I don't think we did enough. I know we ain't gonna know for sure until the broadcast airs, but we ought to go.
Oh, Inez, almost forgot. We have a bit of a goodie bag for special guests who visit the studio. You qualify. Do collect it from the front desk on your way out.
An artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice.
I can't modify her now, right? I need a workstation of some sort.
Attention, any and... No getters on my payroll. It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest demotions.
Where do we need to go? Find... Oh, hold on. Bottom runger.
Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
In experimental operations. Welcome to your new role as Site Sanitation Manager, Doc. Next, we have Reginald Oswald in Proprietary Insight Acquisition, demoted for playing confidential logs in a paid public toilet. Not what I mean when I encourage working on the go. Perhaps a strategic step backward to Document Index Manager will refresh your info security fundamentals, Reggie. Congrats! You're now a file clerk. Clerk those files. Next is Elise Ripshaw in product development. Remember, Elise, when you told colleagues over drinks at the bottom runger that I was, quote, long in the tooth and short on ideas? Then you agonized for weeks that your comment might get back to me. Anxiety gnawing at your guts. Good news! Your new role as intake greeting specialist will be far less stressful. Oh, I just received an addendum on a late-breaking and quite literal termination. Dr. Rasmussen, new Site Sanitation Manager in Experimental Operations, is deceased. Apparently the victim of workplace hostility. Oh, what a shame. Well, these things happen, and if you haven't heard your name yet, breathe easy. That's it for this demotions report. Until next time.
Get you something?
Do your jobs, and there won't be a next time.
Yeah, all the yelling. Listen to that all day, every day. Actually, I have. That'd be Melquiades. Afraid he stepped away to his office. He's around the corner to the right, just past the stairs. Likely find him whipping up a fresh batch of Raptidon Bite cocktails. Won't do it in front of me. If I did, I certainly wouldn't share it with the likes of you. Stuff sells hand over fist. Think the boss would share that with me? I'm just a lowly factotum around here. I mean, I actually been concocting my own cocktail creations in my odd-off hour. Very creative. But, you know, he don't care. In fact, I have. I once made a drink called Death by Purpleberry and also Uranium Poisoning. Very high concept. Only a select clientele would appreciate it. Fleet of it. Hope you don't want a Raptidon bite. Milkiaja's kept the recipe a secret. From me, at least.
Right, he's selling some stuff. I don't need it.
Our tossball
He
teams
said
play for
Opus is
keeps.
past this
I
stage.
witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blood force traumas in last week's contest between the Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum brand bandits. I'd pit our least bankable tossball team against the Protector's entire roster of pitchball pushovers any day of the fiscal week. Even with half our team's 32 backs benched, they'd forfeit by middle time. It would be an embarrassment of body goals. Imagine the ad windfall. Our athletic assets would achieve full profit potential as human billboards. Of course, I also enjoy the simple pleasure of watching professional athletes bludgeon each other. Such a relatable interest. See, subordinates, I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive.
You're here for Melquiades Alcantara? Afraid you're a mite bit late.
Anti-Cleos was specifically founded to fight what nature inflicts, to offer higher quality pharmaceuticals designed.
They found me. Thanks for joining.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume.
With Auntie's Choice.
This door doesn't close.
As your peerless leader, known for her
Might be a friend of Aunt.
God damn it.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorates decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well-suited to the shifting needs of our populace. After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
Well, this hasn't changed, even though the guy is dead.
His choice. As your peerless leader,
Investigator Yoshida, Department of Excessive Corporate Malfeasance. Did you know the deceased?
The occasional frivolity, but no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you base rank and file.
Seems like you're not the only one. Were you aware if you had any business rivals, any disgruntled employees? Deals gone sour?
Worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down rip-off. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and
Or
Thursday zones? Why even have the T-zones?
Are you asking the questions now? Thought this worked the other way.
Tolerated? Ha! That won't put posteriors in the seats. A blood sport without blood sounds like
Just like on that show, Corporate Fixers for Hire. You're just like Rico Sockdolager in real life. Who does that make me? If you're after the recipe, you probably want to ask around at the bottom runner. Someone there might know who would kill Melquiades for it.
I pit our least bankable tossball team against the Protectorate's entire roster of pitchball pushovers.
We mostly just make sure no one's sloppy enough to get caught. If they do, we throw the book at them. And it's a large book. Leaves quite a mark. Of course we have laws. Anyone breaks a few in a flagrant or particularly inept fashion, they need to be held accountable, or everyone's bottom line
I like this guy.
Of course, I also enjoy the simple pleasure
Go
of
on.
watching
You're clear to saunter freely.
Don't forget, Auntie's Choice Zero-G whiskey gets you into orbit.
I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox above the line of scrummage.
Look who's back. You. I know one. Valo Andrews, owner of the Best Choice. Wasn't too keen on our success. Melquiades said she's meaner than a bag of Raptidons. I'll miss his way. Till next we meet.
The first of many rivals, but that original goal remains. One of our goals.
Where's the upper rung?
Now we strive to spread unfettered free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy, but we do so knowing you persist, well fortified by our products. So strive, thrive, survive, arrive, armed with Auntie's choice. Trust your Auntie.
Is this door barred or can we go in?
This is Auntie Cleo, offering a warm welcome to all visiting Auntie's Choice employees, affiliates.
Yeah, this is about what I expected.
Ethically gray consultants who labor with committing to a side. An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's Choice.
Clear pattern. Willard has been siphoning money directly from Auntie's seemingly dormant aesthetics fund and redirecting it to WHK Enterprise.
Item. Business is good. We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified. But we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up, excessive corporate malfeasance. The only division that earns us less when they work.
Stop that scrounging around.
Ease off the throttle, gang. Won't be any malfeasance. Looking for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite.
I'm listening to the announcer.
14% in net growth. You're supposed to squeeze blood from every contract, not put us in the red. Learn to negotiate. Xenobiological exploitation's output is down 18%.
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? What are you even doing in my bar? Someone will be fired over this.
Then, once they reach the nadir of their sorrows, rehired, only that I may fire them again.
And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this.
The market hates uncertainty. Can't say I care for it either. But I'll have no...
What? All this? Furtive mixing of cocktails is simply
how I relieve stress in a productive manner. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melquiades Alcantara, who was simply my dearest friend.
Isn't Alcatara some leather or something?
I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, Yes! I have receipts for everything.
For every taste and meal you can imagine, plus a few more that you can't imagine, but that we can sell you recipes for. We are also the only retailers for parasite-free purple berries.
The term parasite-free indicates the fact that any kind of parasite found in an anti-choice product is provided free of charge and is not the property
So
of
it's good for.
or its subsidiary company, and the eating of said parasite absolves anti-choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy.
No, I don't think so. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer have reason to stray.
A thing of legend to be handed down for
Fine. If you cover my efforts and expenses, the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow. I'm not admitting to anything, though.
little person, as they tried with us in Palisade. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down?
Here you are. One lightly bloody, slightly less secret recipe. Time for you to blunder out the way you blundered in.
The Spacer's chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Anti-Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacer's Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Anti's choice! Darlings! We won! Hostile takeover this! Right back at you!
I'm Auntie Cleo, and I endorse this message.
Well, I lost
Valued
5,000
employees.
bits.
Auntie here to brighten your workday with a report on just how much money your toil is netting us. It's time for profit forecast time, starting with...
Alright, first one is done, I guess. Huh?
Product development, the boar's loaf and butter of our
Oh, let's look
entire
at the bartender one more time.
Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter over quarter. Not too
What now? See what you do.
Where top lab coats are doing pioneering,
Alright.
confidential work in, well, whatever they're working on, don't worry about it. All I know is their department alone is responsible for a 28% increase in
So
our
then there's a
entire
mysterious janitor
operational
that we need
budget
to
for the
investigate.
next fiscal semi-decade. Credit where it's due. To me, as your chief executive,
Hey, didn't you hear me growl in a discouraging manner? The first testee ain't to be disturbed.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna, converserate a little. Just wait over there for me or something.
As you wish. Retreating to hover at a respectful distance.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away most times.
always remember, commercialism is the foundation.
Oh, that. Wish they wouldn't say that. Accustomed to fancy titles. Don't mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, that is. On account of being a close personal friend of fellow Auntie Cleo. It's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing completely. She don't go by that no more. Guess I'm still not used to calling her Auntie. Auntie. There. Maybe that'll do it. Anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk. She saw me and probably chided me for being overly friendly with everyone, like she used to.
Enough of that. You ain't idling. You're networking. Expanding business opportunities. That's my go-to line anyway.
Oh, guess I was at that, huh? Thanks. Like your arm, by the way. Mine are just boring metal.
Oh, it saves me from small talk, mostly.
Ain't many folk who aren't put off by the limb and avoid me entirely, if I'm honest.
Vastly rebettered through artificial means. At Auntie's choice, we strive to be 110%.
Number 3.
Yeah, I've known her since back when I had all my appendages. Imagine me going to a saloon or something. Why, you might come too, even, to chit-chat. Well, I reckon I could do that. With you, I mean. Hey, stay here, will you? Me and my new friend here, we're just going over there, to the bottom runger, to talk.
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and our lives depended on it.
It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest demotions report. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen, demoted from his unnamed and clearly unimportant position within experimental operations. Welcome to your new role.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Next, we have Reginald Oswald in Proprietary Insight Acquisition, demoted for playing confidential logs in a paid public toilet. Not what I mean when I encourage working on the go. Perhaps a strategic step backward to Document Index Manager will refresh your info security fundamentals, Reggie. Congrats!
Need anything?
Clerk those files. Next is Elise.
More's the pity.
Development. Remember Elise?
Right, so how does this all work exactly? They bring you a drink, and then people just converse around?
And short on ideas. Then you agonize for weeks that your comment might get back to me. Anxiety.
Well, wow. Oh, is that right? I'm pretty good at that, I guess. Not sure I ever talked about anything important my whole life, though. This seat looks really comfortable. Oh, I'll stand. I honestly say it's a real pleasure to be here. Me in an actual saloon with someone to talk to, I mean. So, you want to start?
Apparently the victim of workplace hostility. Oh, what a shame. When do these things happen? And if you haven't heard your name yet, breathe easy.
Number 2.
Well, I wander into the maintenance deck. Everybody gets out of my way. I pick a random cleaning implement out of storage. Sometimes I ask where I most need. Otherwise, I just pick a deck I haven't been in a while. Mostly, I come here to the Esplanade. I like that word. Esplanade. Also, there are more people around here. I like being around people, even if they don't talk to me much. Or, ever. Oh, I mean, until now, of course.
As your peerless leader known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity.
Number 3.
Oh, raise the glass to our lips. I got it, sure. Oh, and we drink too? Okay.
The big rib comes off tossball moves from home, but our Arcadia-grown league is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protector's
Number 1.
First part, I'm iffy on. Auntie's Choice all got sent to a mining place. People hated it, but seemed no worse than where we came from to me. Then everyone started fighting. Next thing I knew, Auntie was in charge. Then we were on a ship a while before getting here. Not sure how I got to come along. Maybe Auntie had it sorted, being in charge. Eventually, I asked for something to do. I got a note, said, pick any job on the ship. I chose this one. Folks back there said they had to garden. That's the short version.
I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blunt force dramas in last week's contest between the Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum Brown Bandits. I pit our least bankable tossball team.
Number 4.
Merger? Oh, yeah. That was a big deal. One day, my deep-fried Sisty Bits had a different name, like stuck on top of the bag. I've seen stuff.
Number 1.
You think so? Huh. I just thought it was because we've been friends for ever now. We look out for each other, from afar. Reckon that's an ample amount of small talk, huh? What other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe?
Interest. See subordinates, I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox.
Sure was determined. I'll tell you what. Made her own healing grease in a rusty old can of Spacer's chalk. Got one of them entry science jobs at Anti-Cleo. You know, the corporation. Not the person. Was a whole different person back then, if you can believe it. Started scaling the corporate ladder right quick. Weren't too long before she left the colony.
Could be with her father.
The first of many rivals. But that original
You think? I'd like to think so. Not that I'd want her to feel bad or sad or nothing.
free trade and some betterment throughout the galaxy. But we do so know.
We were, what do you call it? Bedraggled orphans, together. Both worked at the garbage pile in Argus. She had to pull me out one time, else I'd be smushed right now.
Armed with Auntie's choice. Trust your Auntie.
Yup. She was close as you are right now. I got stuck in the pile, hoisted me out. Said if she hadn't not shown up, I would become garbage. Oh, you got me reminiscing something fierce. Did I mention she and I shared an expired chum bar once? Good times.
Good food once? Is that? Is that so? Recall anything else about her? Even greater import?
She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Newman Experimental Station. I knew her when she was just Felicity. I was her best test subject. You know, this is nice. Talking like this is much better than when the other person just ambles off like they never heard you.
That 20-back tackle pileup on the tender in the mid-port restricted zone. I was on the edge of my luxury Sisty-hide spectation lounger. Not to mention...
All I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion to be Auntie. Said it was an idea that went through every generation or some such. Auntie, she told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what, but that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get to them.
This is a marathon, not a sprint to get humped in the Wednesday zone. Although it is that too. Sometimes you can't score a body goal without an offside hump. Play by the rules, or play to win.
You know, kinda. I didn't mind. Much. What's a few steppings on between close personal friends?
And let's bludgeon the competition. See you excited.
Number 2.
Well, you know, I haven't talked to her for, going on 40 years or thereabouts, I think. But, you know, we were real tight when we were nothings. When she approved my request for this role, I got a letter from her that said, dictated but not read at the end. Like she was talking right to me. Or at me, maybe.
Efficacy, while the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decision.
I don't want to get him drunk or die from alcohol poisoning. He doesn't seem like he's doing this a lot.
You know, you're probably right. Sometimes thought it might be good to hear from her more, but I guess she's real busy. That might be all I want to talk about. The rest makes me, you ever have this empty, falling feel? You know, in your chest? Like that, I guess. I don't know, would hate to be rude. You come out with me and all.
Early adopter at Auntie's choice. We understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well suited to the shifting needs of our populace.
Number 3.
Yeah, you as well. Me as well. Well, guess I should get back to work. Important job and all. You know what? I haven't felt this springy inside since Fel and I worked the garbage pile in Argos. Like, less bad. Maybe good even.
The worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the...
So we need to go back to those guys in the hangar bay.
As they...
Thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it. By the way, once we run out of this, I'm going to play
Any moment now.
Bioshock 2.
Approaching station. Back deck steerage.
That's the wrong. That's the wrong side.
done falled off the corporate ladder.
Hey, everybody, look who it is. Our duly contracted All finished?
Number 2.
Didn't make the drink or didn't make... Oh, I see.
Less we know about all that, the better. But I knew you'd effectuate effectually. Right? Wasn't I just saying? Knew he was connected. What'd you find out? He tell you any secrets about Auntie?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent. You know, that might act as encouragement to them like us, presently stagnating in our position of paid employee.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, many of your top CEOs have working garbage heaps in their background.
It's said to prepare you for all the, reeking effluvia that life throws at you. Very practical that way when you think about it. That everything?
Whoa! Just like normal people.
That's real relatable. I mean, we all done that, right? But I just never thought she would. 'Cause she's Auntie, you know?
Yeah, like she could eat a bar right out of the paste obtruder, the freshest and least natural it's ever gonna be.
Learn anything more? Those details were highly motivating, both personally and professionally. Real roadmap to success kind of thing.
Diverges greatly from events depicted in Auntie the Musical, the all-singing adaptation of Auntie's life story, which we've all, of course, watched 9 times.
Here, for your trouble, from all of us. Now, about that last person of interest. There's a former Spacer's Choice VIP in the brig. We, tried talking to him, you know, to see if he had any useful dirt. But he's, kinda mean.
Full of scathing invective.
Belittling, one might say. But, you know, tough sort like you might have an easier go of it. Nah, they got him set up like in olden times. They let everybody walk up and holler at him, throw produce and such. Whatever that is.
Number 2.
Oh, that sounded very take charge. Have to remember that. Okay, we'll make sure you've got authorization to the brig when you arrive. May you effectuate effectually toward the agreed upon goal state. That's the middle manager handbook again. Real take charge stuff.
I would just fast travel, right?
Any bits to spare?
Where's the brig? Is it here somewhere? Here. So let's fast travel to there. Thanks for joining, guys. I play every day at 7 p.m. Central.
Arriving
And I never play offline, so you guys get to see everything.
A thing of legend to be handed down.
Oh, there's this thing. Let's see some filming. First of all, I can upgrade her. Should we do corrosive or... I mean, that her barrel is silenced is useless. But it significantly increased damage, so let's do that. And then when Inez kills a human or creature, a medicine pack drops near the target. Walking over this pack automatically uses it, reducing your toxicity build-up or crash duration. Now automatically reloads, allowing her to continuously fire it. What's with the sound? Immunity to corrosive side effects. Release a stunning spray from the armor when damaged in melee, temporarily dazing enemies in the area. Yeah. Combat drug auto-injectors now also grant her temporary damage resistance. Also slightly increases the effectiveness. Drug auto-injector now, what the hell? Grants Ines temporary bonus damage. The damage resistance or bonus damage? Just the damage resistance. Ooh. Nice armor there, Ines. Decent amount. And crafting, consumables. How are my shock rods doing? Good.
Double-sized weaponry you need to make all your problems
So we need to
past tense.
find...
Ventilating you. Credit where it's due. As your chief executive, I've fostered a healthy cutthroat rivalry between our top divisions. Jealousy. Are feelings really stirring the pot? Unorthodox? Well, no, not really. But I get results. Writ large and black.
Ah, wonderful. More of you.
Yeah.
Who saw me? Who saw me? Is there someone standing on the fire?
Yeah.
No.
Remember, commercialism is the foundation that Anti's Choice Society is
Who's
based
detecting
upon.
me?
Not because worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy.
Oh, this
While
guy,
protectorate
the
decide
prisoner, is
what its
detecting
subjects
me.
get. We respond to
Oh, dude, that sucks.
decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we allow you to
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So far, I'm decidedly unimpressed. Been some sorely lackluster heckling from your colleagues. Clever as barbs weren't clever enough by half. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it. That was almost all right. Better than most. Pretty so-so. Got anything else?
Unparalleled business acumen. I might appear above the occasional frivolity, but no.
Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation? Well, certainly embraced it, though. Respect the flexibility and commitment. So, all right, I give up. What do you want?
Is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down ripoff. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on that.
Frankly, that any of these rung leeches have a thought to spare for me over all the false hopes Auntie's hammered into them astounds me. Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away.
A blood sport without blood sounds like red ink to Auntie. Our tossball teams play for keeps. I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blood force traumas in last week's contest.
Number 2.
That may all be well and good, but I'm from a real corporation, Spacer's Choice, where we believe in the inequitable exchange of goods and services. Furthermore, and consequently, I don't do nothing without something in return. Anything else would be unseemly. Name's Imanshu Tegulapali. regional brand manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps, but me in particular. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man, dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. Being completely one-sided. Till now.
Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox above the line of scrummage.
You bet. I want my turn. Figured I earned it. I mean, look at me. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say.
Because nature wants to kill you. Since then, our company has grown.
Not on me presently, no. They tend to take things off prisoners, you know? It's weirdly universal. Also wasn't wearing this reeking thing prior to being staged for public ridicule. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right up for you. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. Had it all worked out earlier, before I got caught.
Armed with Auntie's choice. Trust your auntie.
Wonderful. That broadcast is gonna be the finest verbal rebuke of my career. I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry. Couldn't help myself.
At the lowest prices, Auntie knows you want to spend your bits on the
This
best
is law.
things that money can buy. So she made sure every Auntie's Choice product is on sale for the lowest price that she can afford. How do you know it?
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you. Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it. And/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion.
Man, I'm losing hits left and right.
All right. See that door behind me? It's suddenly somehow been left mysteriously unlocked. Pleasure doing business at you.
Leo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the
I can't
Spacers
believe that the
Chosen.
Moon Man would rat on me stealing.
Person for the anti-Cleo.
Knock off the funny business.
Damn it. Alright, everyone come in. Close the door because the Moon Man has eyes. The evidence locker doesn't have much evidence. I would have wanted to see more evidentiary things. Like drugs.
On just how much
Money.
your toil is netting us. It's time for profit
Where's
forecast time. Starting with product development. The board and butter of our entire operation. Thanks to our marketing wizards selling the sizzle of incremental product improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and supplements are up 11% quarter.
I was slightly concerned that she would be like crushed by the elevator.
That's small change compared to experimental operations, where top lab coats are doing pioneering.
I did collect the audio. Oh.
Whatever they're working on.
Oh, this thing is making
All I
noise.
know is their department.
From pop guns to self-propelled cannons.
Hold on, where's this thing? It's maybe not here. Damn it, it's over there, isn't it? Thanks for watching, guys.
Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. Auntie's choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice.
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for
I want to defeat the Protectorate, as you're quite curious. I'm unsure if you're a mercurial contrarian, corporate stooge, or possess some hidden strategy.
But none of us ever put big ideas in people's heads. Yes, our workers were beaten down by a rigged system and lack of mobility, but no hope is better than...
They are doggedly persistent, I'll give them that much. Like a breadworm. May all our...
Somebody someday. It ain't gonna happen. Auntie Cleo's marketing you a bunch of wishful thinking. The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a...
Oh, I need to fast travel to here.
For our ages.
Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching
Purchase and consume with Auntie's choice.
Pop guns to self-propelled cannons.
cover and concealment?
Then
you need a good set of armor before someone succeeds
I might appear above the occasional frivolity, but no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match.
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. I've been waiting to give everybody here a piece of my mind for some time now.
Arcadia Grown League is a worthy substitute, certainly a more profitable...
You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Auntie Cleo merger, I'm sure. But things went down a little differently than Auntie makes out around here. Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her, voted her and her execs out. We shipped Auntie and all her diehard followers out to Tau Ceti as an example. After Earth went dark, Auntie was technically the senior-ranking executive in Tau Ceti, and she used that to take over the colony. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it.
Critical blunt force dramas in last week's contest between the Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum Brand Bandits. I'd pit our least bankable tossball team.
This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for every corporation to see. Then, law willing, she'll be executed for treason against a legitimate corporation. If I were Auntie, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that from happening. Success here leading to success there, and such.
Potential as human billboards. Of course, I also enjoy the simple pleasure of watching professional athletes bludgeon each other. Such a relatable interest. See, subordinates, I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox above the line.
Until never, you void damn shiftless slackwit. Don't forget to breathe.
Anti-Cleos was specifically founded to
Back to middle management.
to offer higher quality pharmaceuticals designed to be better than nature, because nature wants to kill you. Since then, our company has grown.
Pharmaceuticals designed to be better than nature. Oh, I need to travel again. Hold on. Jeep. Boss. Going over there. Thanks for joining. If you guys have any requests, let me know.
Tramicular, arriving.
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement. Assume that was your doing.
Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous...
Wait! What?
embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice.
What? But Auntie said the last message that arrived from Earth was the board putting her in charge. Guess that does sound rather convenient.
Wait, this is bad. Knowing this is not good. This sort of dirt gets a person killed. This may call for an executive decision.
What does the middle manager handbook say to do at a time like this?
Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well, that sounds rather dire, you know, contextually. Yeah, right. Pay you and you'll go sell the secret to someone else. And someone upstairs will find out, and we'll all get killed. Guess the executive decision's getting executed then. Attack!
Make anti-ground!
Yeah, I don't need to reload that sucker anymore. Is there more? No. Corporate drone armor. I want to check that out. What is corporate drone armor? That sounds exciting. It's light armor. What's this? Bartender clothing. Chem suit. Flak jacket. Drone armor looks a little bit better than the flak jacket. Oh yeah, this is like noob. This is like up leveled. Yeah, it's actually not bad looking. You know? Not bad looking at all. I didn't put it on. I mean, obviously. Well, and I didn't get paid. Of course. Maybe I wasn't supposed to shoot him there. We need to get on the ship. Ship. See this? So Spacer's choice is the Moon Man.
Have time for a chat, Commander?
Sure, if I know Zenith, but where is she? Oh, you go so cute, baby. You go so cute. You are so cute. Good thing. Alright, Ines, did you fall through the ground? Oh, there she is.
Commander, you hear my interview over the wireless too? They've been playing it every hour. Part of it, anyway. I really thought I'd be heard out, telling folk about Willard and his damned awful dealings. Instead, Thessaly herself thought to mock me. I can't reckon with it.
Number 2.
To you, maybe. But to a lot of folks, she tells it like it is. And they listen. I ain't meaning to say I don't appreciate your help, Commander. I do. Guess I was just hoping that we'd have done enough to keep more folk from getting hurt. Like Ortiz did. This was my fight. The blame lays with me, if it's to lay with anyone.
I don't know, maybe there's something we could have done better.
I spent so much law-damn time begging to be validated by Auntie's choice and her leaders. Like I was worth only what they thought of me.
We had to go back to his office.
When I ended my contract that a better life was possible.
We looked at the same thing again at his office, and then it registered.
Who I am.
And then I started the conversation, and I got the same crap result. So what can I do?
Just not at someone else's mercy. I ain't gonna let myself or anyone else be led into the same trap they set for us. Ever again. I will, Commander. Anyhow, that's enough sorting my thoughts for the moment. We got a galaxy to save.
Indeed we do. Praetor. You this? Yeah, let's go with her. She's from here, right? I like Marisol because she highlights enemies, so it makes them easier to see.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office, and we're definitely making her miserable.
With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time!
That wasn't openable before.
This feels
was it?
less like an overt labor negotiation and more like a covert assassination operation. Of course, I'm fine with either, dear.
I'm fine with either, dear. Purpleberry fun.
We don't want to make demands, but no more being
Holy Christ, that's loud. Holy Christmas. There's a lot of food here, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, Brawny again.
Machines have been off for a week. Can't believe what I'm losing on Adrena time and Visor.
Reminds me more and more of Tau Ceti by the minute. If these folk burn this place to the ground, I ain't telling.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, boop, boop. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Ah. Monoconductive deluxe corporate drone armor. Wow, let's check out that. That's also corporate drone armor, but it's monoconductive. Versus this. It's just corporate drone armor, but this is monoconductive. It looks different, doesn't it? Yeah, this one is white. Heavy hitter armor. I think the other one looks better. This one. It's up to you guys. Whatever you want more. That's the main exit, right?
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates! No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days!
They don't like that. Did I save after stealing from her? Hold on, I will click the main menu real quick. The stealing sound.
If you're concerned about carrying around an untested
Doesn't go
volatile
away.
experimental science weapon that draws energy from the aether,
Alright,
wait till you
I
find
need to
out
fix
what's in a
some
crab
stuff
witch.
here. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. We are not going to end. I just need to restart the game. This sound doesn't go away. So we're just restarting the game. Give me a second. Oh, that's cool. Unless the game doesn't want to restart. The game is starting, but it's not red. Now it's red. So I have to, every time I have to do shaders. I don't know why you can't do shaders once and then save them.
Concerned about carrying around an
I never understood that. Why it's the same computer, right? Just save the shaders somehow. Is that not a thing?
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule, and is making me look quite the fool. Some ne'er-do-wells, have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences.
I reckon she's got her wires crossed. Basic dignity is what Auntie's Choice promised us when we signed up, so long as we were good at our work. And while we might have faced grave consequences back on Tau Ceti, it was under old management, who were trounced rather thoroughly in the end, I might add.
Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to.
Number one.
You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Auntie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear?
Number one.
Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon.
This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work.
They need to get back to work. Thanks for watching, guys.
My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must resolve this before things get even further out of hand. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dummer. Dumley? Dunbar. It's Dunbar.
Number 3.
I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation, so everyone can get back to work. That clear? Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you. You are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. Do us proud.
With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for a treat at a time.
How did we get from up there? Ah, shit. Does this connect or no? No, it does not.
Heads up! Make some space! We got a sanctioned, non-employee professional tour coming out! No more bottles on factory floor! Time for a hot bathroom doors!
Alright, dropping a good save here in case I screw this up somehow. What? You have reached the max count of save files supported by the platform. Dude, I have 2 terabytes of space. And you guys come up with this nonsense. Delete save. What is this? X? This is the only game that I've ever had to do something stupid like this. Wow. Wow. Hey, what are you doing there? Spacer's Choice.
To seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business. Settle my complaints? How exactly are you planning that? Auntie's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is, poor labor retention techniques? What's going on is, remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that.
They work 20-hour shifts, which require stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily
Employment conniver. Number 1.
No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be toiling
under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous mismanagement.
Right, that.
Me? Why, my only motivation is...
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about Leo. We're here to talk about what it's going to take to make us get back to work, right? Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning.
Number 4.
Thank you for your trying. I don't know if we'll get it all, but every bit you add makes some part of our lives a whole lot easier.
Thankfully, they have this access port here. Coming to think of it, going the other way may be faster.
Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return?
Number 1.
So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets? To be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays?
Number 1.
12-hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. A lunch break, you say? I suppose that might be a compromise I could make. It would still be a black eye on my sterling reputation, but at least it would get them back to work. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want?
That would do number 2.
They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity will cost us? What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans.
Number 2.
Somewhere? That actually explains the odor in storage room 3. I never imagined they might be... I'll get the door unlocked immediately, and cleaning crews dispatched. What more do they want?
Free Adrena time.
Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's Choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Everything has a cost. Everything. Materials, labor, time, distribution, forced scarcity. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy.
Alright, hold on. Number 1 is not bad. Number 2, since I have a medical skill now, that's probably medical. Oh yeah, look, medical 4. There you go.
And more work means more profit. More than enough to cover the cost of the stims. I see your angle now, and it certainly is a shrewd one. You are Auntie's material for sure. Done. Is there more they ask?
Nope.
Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as quickly as possible.
You also need to, like, turn around so that I can steal from your safe.
But no more peeing in bottles and cans!
Yeah, I need to steal from your safe. You need to go somewhere else.
If you won't
My
let us
stealing
sleep
ability
free,
is
you
not long
get
enough.
justice for stimulates!
Where does this go? Oh, bathrooms are now open. Look at that. I wonder what this thing does. You know, I freaking hate this game that Brawny has so many opening things. If I ever play it again, I will take Brawny. Damn you.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office. And we're definitely making headway.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason?
Yeah.
Well, I can't begin to tell you what a relief that is. By which I mean, that's great news. It'll be such a load off. A most promising development. How go the other hurdles of the negotiation?
That's number 2.
Excellent. What progress have you made? I suppose it's better than nothing. What's next?
Adrenal time.
She willing to see reason? Free? Really? Why, I'd surely have lost that bet. I figured we'd ask for free and settle for wholesale. You're a miracle worker. Well, you have done exceptionally well by us, my new friend. With these new conditions, we'll return to work with vigor rather than dread. Thank you.
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you. And I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm going to afford my haircut now. But I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her ankles for her. The usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying? Sometimes you talk so odd it don't sound like you're Auntie's choice at all.
Yeah, I was starting to have the same thought.
It don't matter. All that matters is my working conditions have just improved mightily. Thanks to you, stranger. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
You did these folk a good turn, Commander. Good luck. We'll be seeing more of these negotiations across Arcadia. Bosses will just have to live with it.
Oh, this is probably faster. Holy shit, that might be a lot. Whoops, she's gone. Good news. Good news. There wasn't much in there. from Bitcoin. Good move. So, ooh. I need to talk to the thingamabobby. Yeah, I'm in her office. She isn't here, so it is here in the dark. Where you can't see beams. Then talking to her. Fantastic.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work, our disruption ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval. You may tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
Right, I think we need to go to the landing pad, of which I don't know where it is. Shoot. Here? Probably not here. It was the last one. I hope the anti-choice has a couple more missions for me. And then I need to go to corporate office, I think. Where would that be? Probably here. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for joining. I stream every day at 7 p.m. Central.
Trinicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station.
Versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages.
This doesn't
a thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of corporations. Going fairly stack the deck against the little person as they try with us.
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very busy little manti-wasp. Well, out with it.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face.
Number one.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report?
Right back at you. I'm Auntie Cleo, and I...
Now, that's the compelling attitude we love to see in an ameliorator. Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered, and it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's fucking art.
Improvements, sales of new and improved stimulants and nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter-over-quarter. Not too shabby, but that's small change compared to
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. And he wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology.
Oh, that's the chemistry
This archive
plan,
plan says it's important. Fine.
Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities.
Between our top divisions, jealousy, hard feelings, really stirring the pot.
Oh, do tell. I hope you gathered supplemental materials and recruited the scientist as well.
Writ large in black ink on our balance sheet. You're welcome, employees.
Well, got what we needed. Sometimes a body count can't be helped.
Better in the ground than in our enemy's employ. Nice work, my ameliorator.
Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology, and that will all no doubt prove useful. But we're most interested in the technology and its results.
And I won't lie. The universe is filled with things that want to kill you. Luckily, our product...
Number one.
Can't say I like the sound of that. Seems like they'd be difficult to market to.
Truly unfortunate. Those without desire or drive make terrible customers. They could barely even be considered consumers at all.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially
It's not the
marketable?
chemistry plant.
Hostile, peril-filled universe with Auntie's choice. Daredevils rejoice with Auntie's choice. Our product line is
Good to know, good to know. That's certainly interesting. Intriguing, even. What else? Excellent. Well, here's your reward, along with something extra for your effort. Too bad about the lead scientist. Converting him would have earned you an above-average payout. All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire minute with our illustrious leader, Auntie Cleo!
So your preliminary chores are complete. Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization?
Number 3, since I spent a skill on that.
Good. Good. If only more employees shared your dispassionate air, I'd spend less time burying workforce resources complaints. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. Well now, time's wasting. Do you know the archive on Cloister, the moon-sized computronic contraption?
Yep. Should I give her the thing or not? Number 1, let's see.
If you're serious, you just became not only my favorite external contractor, but the favored external contractor of Auntie's choice.
Really? You, at this very moment, have the Calcaduceus on your person. Oh, yes, that'll do. Look at that. Nice, sturdy design. We should start selling these things.
We have a wide range of goods for every budget, from the most extravagant to the most bit-minded
Number 2.
customers. We have food and drink.
Fine work. Keep at it and I'll invite you up to my office for a face-to-face. Anyhow, onward and upward to the next piece of business.
Archive again in our gainful control and our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan well underway. It is time for the next démarche. Clarify brand identity.
A peculiar group of brand loyalists are attempting to rebuild the name recognition of Spacer's Choice, and they're causing us a goodly bit of difficulty. We must eliminate all unauthorized use of our marks and labels, and ensure no other former rivals feel compelled to betray our merger.
Artificial means, at Auntie's choice, we strive to be
Number 2.
Indeed we do. We've allowed these Spacer's Choice malcontents to thrive long enough. They wanted attention. This is the attention they receive.
Looks like I haven't done this.
Attention any and all no-getters on my payroll. It's time to recognize...
Where do I go?
These holdouts have taken refuge in a hard rock mine dug into an asteroid called Broken Knees. I leave dealing with them entirely to your discretion. My only concern is that they are dealt with permanently.
Number 2.
Which is precisely why we've delegated you the task.
As an informant among their rank, one of their guards who grew tired of their empty charlatanry and sold them out for a tidy sum.
Our informant will meet you at the landing pad at Broken Knees. He'll provide you all the details when you arrive. All right, you have tasks to perform. Best be off.
Number 1.
See that you do. When it's complete and you return, come up to my office. It's about time we had a face-to-face.
Yeah, nice, Felicia. Your actions just now have caused one of the game's factions to order that your party be shot, attacked on sight by all faction personnel due to unforgivable crimes. These usually consists of killing important members of the faction or working directly against the faction's goals. This is a permanent change with long-reaching effects across the game, so you may want to consider reloading or just roll with it and enjoy your notoriety. So Spacer's Choice will hate me? I mean, we have a save, right, that we put before. I guess this save here, right? We need to fast travel again to some moon. Thanks for joining, guys. I start playing every day at 7 p.m. Central Time. I kind of like the Spacer's Choice. Why is this blinking? It's still... Oh, this is where I am. Okay. This is where I need to go. New thing! We have never been here before. Alright, who should I take with me? I think I will deselect you and select you. I don't have perk points. I'm level 30, that's the maximum for the base game.
Hey! You gonna come talk to me? I've got something important to tell you.
Who's detective? Who's detecting, seriously? It's a single-person spacecraft. Ooh, what's that over there? Crap. Crap.
When Auntie said they were dispatching a troubleshooter to manage this Spacer's Choice issue, I set my expectations low. But you... impressive. If Auntie has faith in your grit, gumption, and general ability to go healed into outrageous odds, you are very welcome. So, I'm Luttrell, and in case you were inadequately memorandized, I'm the reason you're here. I foolishly got wrangled into this insanity, and you're my only way out of it. Well, the short version starts in a shit system called Tau Ceti. Being assigned there was abominable. Just utterly miserable. And what's worse, a literal career dead end. When the anti-merger began, a junior exec named Ray convinced us we could leverage the opportunity. We'd use Anti to get to Arcadia, then secretly establish Spacer's Choice. What could look better to the company than sneaking away from Anti and establishing our brand in a new system on our own initiative? The galaxy would be our Tartarus sauce.
Number 2.
Right, just the killing. Okay, by my estimation, there are 3 people that need killing to make this all go away. Ray, his labor subjugationist Gray, and his adverse intermediary Lester. If they're gone, there'll be no true believers left to wrangle this herd of misfits. One or a few of them might attempt to take lead, but none of them will manage. It's my hope that Auntie will then take the rest of us back in, but that's for them to negotiate. I'm getting mine and getting out.
Maybe he takes that single craft.
I have nothing brilliant to tell you. If you stay on the central mine shaft, you'll meet pretty much everyone along the way, though I wouldn't expect any of them to be friendly. Ray's office is at the end of the shaft, and he'll be surrounded by his anti-disgruntification troubleshooters. So, enjoy dealing with all that.
Number 3.
Believe me, it's my pleasure to get off this stinking rock. May all your strategies find receptive and enthusiastic markets ravenous for your offerings. As soon as you cause a big enough distraction, I'm heading for the hangar and strategically acquiring a ship that will get me to the undisputed claim and back to civilized life.
Hostilities are afoot.
I hope I saved after the conversation. No.
When Auntie said, so, I'm Luttrell, and in case, what could look better to the company than sneaking away it's my hope that Auntie will then take the rest of it. Ray's office is at the end of the shaft, and he'll be surrounded.
Alright, let's do a good save here, just in case this is any useful. I like Spacer's Choice. Kind of unhappy that the deal makes me kill them all. I'm rooting for Spacer's Choice.
Long way it is.
Yup. How do I say that? This lift is in the wrong position, son. Is there any way to get this lift started? Damn it. Why is this not working? I'm like almost convinced this should be working. No. Ah. No. I mean, I'm convinced that this should be the solution. Hey, thanks for joining, guys. I stream every day and always at 7 p.m. Central. Nope. Shit. Well, any other ideas? This is way too far, even if I make it up on this one somehow. There's a hitbox here. You can't get up there. Is there a way maybe to go on these? Up on these? Just leap all the way up there? What's going on? Could be this. No, that's too high. Oh, it's definitely too high. I don't get why this thing exists. Is it the way to come out? That would suck. Any way to get up there? I mean, there's the ship there. Oh, for fudge. That worked. Now what? This is definitely higher than the boxes. No, I could taste it. I could taste it. The victory. Is there anything down there? No. The workbench and the mine. I think there's a hitbox, you know, or the ledges to close. You can even see that there's like a path. Oh, this is definitely too. Last try, otherwise I give up. Nah. I guess we need to shoot our way through. If the lift would have been in a different position, we could have done it in reverse. Maybe they don't want you to do it in reverse. Who knows?
I'll handle this.
Spacer's Choice Employee Journal.
Attention employees, this is William Ray. There's been some commotion at landing pad 3. Please be mindful of any trouble arising and report it to your supervisor.
Surgeons? What is it? Unclear. Inhalers, maybe?
Investigating hostile intentions.
Proceeding to attack.
Enemy in evacuation range.
Target analyzed. Let down fire.
Did something positive?
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
No, she's down.
Hostilities are afoot. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Oh, let's go up here first. Checking for mines. There's no loot. I'm beginning to notice that there's no loot. Oh, there's no loot. Well, there's loot here. This guy was wearing 2 elite trooper armors. they do have loot. I was thinking it's like a no loot kind of scenario. No, they do have loot. Nothing here. Let's go up here. Bypass the failsafes and rig the detonator to go off prematurely.
Resorting to violence. Combatant scanned. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
The dawn rises.
He's around the corner.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Oh, here we go. Right control gas mask. I think we are at time, and I have a feeling that there is going to be a lot of shooting, so maybe we leave it until tomorrow so that we can have some fun tomorrow too. That said, I still want to leave. Spectrum vodka. Rapidon high. Embrace riot pump. Here's another biomass. Nothing here. Yeah, we're going to pick this up from here tomorrow. Go further in there. Alright everyone, hope you guys enjoyed that. We need to wait for this guy.
Makes you invincible for a time, but you need your own head protection? Just hand-waving that detail away? Whatever, not my department.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. That said, I do provide fresh content on YouTube every day, so if you guys want to get notified when there is something new to watch, please subscribe and hit that bell icon. The bell icon is what gives you those notifications 100%. The subscription does not. However, by subscribing, you're still supporting me. That said, we also have a Discord. That's our primary method of communication. And we have a merch store as well. Both the Discord invite and the merch link can be found on my website, the video description, and the YouTube channel. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you.